that roadway. But, you know, one of the things, and, you know, a lot of times, unfortunately, water and pipeline projects kind of become like a road project, right? Because you've got big equipment on it, you're digging it up, you're doing all this stuff. So that's something, most of it is in roads, and I don't know the answer on the county tax thing. I think there could be some.
More or less just curious because I see the way like Nevada Street's going right now, and I don't want that, and we have really pretty decent roads right now.
So one of the things we don't want to do is we don't want to replace the road and then have to go back and replace the pipe under the road. Now we're going to have a patch repair and an overlay, and we don't want to do that. So as we're going through with the pipe replacement, that's to speak to Jerry's point that we're coming through replacing that, so we don't have what's going on.
Is that a pavement or a chip and seal?
Well, so the chip and seal has been to kind of like help with the roads as we've been going on, but we don't want to replace the roads that are going to have that reinforced, or the pipe that's underneath that. I forget the name of the
asbestos concrete.
Asbestos, excuse me, the asbestos.
Oh, yeah, but part of it is like county road versus district roads. Most of the county roads through here are full paved sections, and the county certainly wants to get their share of, you know, our money to fix their roads. On the smaller arterial roads that come in, those are all mainly chip seal, and I think we probably put them back in time.
There's nothing in this proposal that budgets for any of the road stuff.
I have a suggestion for the board. We owned a fire property, and CAL FIRE came through and said, if you make it a CAL FIRE-wise neighborhood, we'll get you a grant. So the neighborhood, there's 56 homes. The neighborhood pulled together, did everything that was required, and they got a government grant. I would recommend that the board look at getting a professional grant writer to try and help.
On the 26th, 626.
When the votes are counted, if we have 51%, then how long, when this goes by the wayside, how long will it take before you bring up another, how long do you have to wait to bring up another proposal?
I don't think there's a timeline on how long we have to wait. It's going to take a while before we put it all together. I don't know what that time would be.
Second question, who does votes, who counts them?
There's a couple, but we're going to ask for volunteers. I think Diane had asked to volunteer.
And there is one vote per household per APM, right? So it's not.
Yeah. So Diane had volunteered, and if you want to volunteer, you're welcome to volunteer, and anybody else can stand around as well.
It'd be fun.
If the decision is made to delay some additional days, we talked about 45 days here.
That's the 218.
I'm sure about that number, but perhaps to provide additional information. But if that's done, do the signatures, the papers that were submitted now that talk about today's date, do those remain valid, or do we have to gather a bunch of people together and do it again in 45 days?
Not if this proposal still.
So that's for Scott to answer.
As long as the proposal is the same proposal, that protest will count toward it. It's just a question of when they make the decision.
Thank you.
So in other words, when they do another hearing, if this goes into continuance, then these protests would stay as they are, and additional ones would have to be counted to.
Okay, there was a question, I think it was that someone sent me a paper. I thought we answered it. It says, if this proposal passes, are we stuck with the proposal and cannot be amended?
Maureen, that was your question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if, let's just say like this board says, hey, we don't care what they say, we're passing it.
Yeah.
November is the new election, get a new board. Can we vote on saying, you know what, that was ridiculous. We have enough research to back, we don't need to do this. And we're gonna amend it, we're gonna tell the people of Christian Valley, we're not gonna raise your rates that high. It was a miscalculation or whatever, and so your rates are gonna be blocked.
Scott, can you answer that question?
Yes, you could. Understand, these are ceilings only. You can always go below them. So if you get a new board that doesn't want to go to the ceiling, you don't go.
Love a ceiling, right?
To just make sure you're
Exactly, it's a democracy.
Well,
Please keep that in mind.
an autocracy in which board members put forward a plan that other folks have to actually pay attention to.
We are making that loan payment now. And then we're getting, right? Each month we make a loan payment?
No, we're working towards getting the loan for the water main.
Oh, I thought we had.
I don't get along with
We haven't passed the proposal for that.
There's a loan for.
You'll get along with other people like yourself, I'm sure, right?
There's a loan for.
If you wanted to run, I'm sure you'll have other like-minded folks with him. Hey, my mother, she's the one that head of the coalition. So,
Did he
yeah.
vote for it or against it?
My mother? She's the one that's got everyone protest votes.
Right.
So yeah, either one of us will do it.
That's a direct charge on those 65 parcels.
Yes.
And whether they're hooked up to water or not. And so those properties that did not pay $60 a year and to be able to increase the $60 fee, it would have to go through the Proposition 218 again for those properties. Right now, there's about 65 properties that are entitled to water and through LAFCO and whatnot, not 1,100, not from LAFCO, local area formation commission. And to have that rate increased, and Scott, please correct me if I'm wrong, or when I'm wrong, is that those 65 residences or landowners would have to agree to an increased rate. Not us, just them. Is that correct?
Right, when Prop 218 applies to the people who are subject to the rate increase.
Yeah, and so back, a while back, a really nice lady named Heather Haney came to the board and said, hey, this is a violation. We've been increasing, because we were increasing the standby water fee. And we raised it up to $75. And she came in, she said, that's not right, because you need to have a vote of those people that are being affected by it. And after going through research, because we just didn't even know, and going through the research, I actually wrote out probably about 100 different checks to the people that had paid the excess amount and sent them out to those properties. So I got it right.
You have this attorney that's supposed to keep you guys on your toes.
Well, he only keeps us on his toes when we ask him to keep us on our toes. If that makes sense.
Changes, and when propositions come in and there's changes to it, you all know about it immediately, and that's his job.
That's right.
Well,
He's the attorney that we are paying for to keep you guys knowing, being in the know. Okay?
Correct, but I
he's
think.
kept us out of a lot of.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying is a little bit different than what Don just mentioned, in that, yes, Scott does keep us on point with the changes with 218 and all the information that comes along, but there was something that we just didn't know, right? We had to ask, so.
And I inherited the procedures from Lori Ford, who was the predecessor to me. She was the district secretary, and that's how she did it. And so that's how we did it. Was I just followed exactly the same method, and it just happened to be wrong. So.
It is a question. And they're mentioning how the bills might go up to $300 a month. Right now you bill quarterly, so you're gonna blindside people with a $900 bill.
They were talking about the.
They're talking, yeah, they were speaking of quarterly rates.
No, I was not, it will go up.
I didn't do anything.
It'd be $300 a month.
It would be $300 a month,
That's what she said, yeah.
and maybe even more for some people. That is correct.
That's why you get
Blindsided with a $900
That is
bill?
not based on average water use, so perhaps.
Yes, it is.
We're talking about a
I've talked to
hookup
A lot of
fee.
people, and after 5 years, my bill would be $250, for two people, $250 a month. That's what it would be after 5 years possibly, with this rate increase.
You need
Okay,
to
so
calculate.
$300 a month, I know people whose bills are higher than mine, quite a number of people.
Rather than a quarterly basis, and you're gonna, that high, if that
if people, that are getting the water now, there's 624 of us that are getting the water, what if we decide that, well, we have a well on our land, maybe I'll just shut off the water so I don't have to pay that anymore, and I'll just use my well water, can we do that?
John, you're still gonna be paying a service fee.
Yeah, you still.
There'll be a standby fee if that, so once the water gets shut off, it'll go to a standby fee.
And how much is a standby fee?
60 a year.
Oh, well, that's a heck of a lot cheaper, don't you think?
Yes,
This answers your question. Can I tap into your well?
Sure, I have two.
You know, the people that are in the Gale Loop area, their wells were going dry. And it's a really interesting situation because there might be one property that has 55 gallons a minute and the neighboring property, which is getting like 55 gallons a year. And I mean,
Right.
and I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. And they were really, they're a tight community and they would run hoses from one house to the next house just to help each other out.
My house was
until
the
rate
house
got
that sent
set.
the water and the hoses to the other people, okay? So I know that there's water there. I just don't tap into it. Because I'm on your water and I went, but you know, being forced into a situation like this it's not good. I mean, you have to think about all the people here too. You can't just think of yourselves and everything. If you have to discover all the new avenues that are possible out there to cover any costs that you could possibly cover. And the 45-day thing, I think, is a great idea. Also having someone who's a professional at looking into bonds and stuff, that's an excellent idea, because I've been on boards before, so I know how some of this works. So I know that there are people out there that do that, and that's a really good thing to do. You could be saving yourself a lot of headache by doing that. Because I would take an avenue with a well, if my costs end up keep going up higher, I'll pay the $60 a year, I don't care. I'll go off my well.
Guys, the other side of this is.
And that just makes it more expensive for everybody else.
Yeah, I know, that's not good.
Well, I agree with that, but I also agree with the reverse, which is you try to sell your house that doesn't have good water infrastructure. You know, and there is I believe a gentleman was telling us a story about Lake Berryessa where they had a similar problem. They ended up walking away from their homes because nobody was going to deal with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's a common.
I think you
Most people are potentially, but yeah.
You can't go with clear tap.
Buy a generator and
You
fix
just
it.
I'm just, he made one comment.
I have one.
That's all.
I have a whole house generator.
I just bought
Yeah.
Putting this all on loans and not, and you guys have known about this since 2014 minimum. And there have been other avenues such as RCAC that has technical assistance that you guys could have tapped into. We could have gotten even our Jerry's design and the environmental impact study possibly paid for in grants. I've had this very long conversation. I even applied for Houston Valley through RCAC and was in contact with them. I forwarded that information to Lynn Cook and he will be sharing it with you. So all I'm saying is we agree that there's upgrades that need to be done. And that's never been our position as a coalition. And we've told everybody that we went out to, it's what we deserve in terms of grants and or other technical assistance. And I asked you guys for an income study. You guys are trying to shove a huge government census that's 9 years old down everybody's throat. And I talked to RCAC, they said they paid for it and it a very much more condensed survey. We have so many people on very low fixed income. And he knows as well as I do that in those levels of disadvantaged community depends on how much grant money is available. If you hone it down to the 626, there's a very high chance that we can have most of this infrastructure funded without loans. That's the point. It's not about not having the upgrades. It's about the avenues that you have in this proposal that locks us down and gives you a blank check. We want caps and we want to see where the grant money goes.
So I don't think we're asking for a blank check. All these are gonna have to
Who
be,
gives you one?
well, all those are gonna be evaluated when the time comes to put the loan in.
No, that's what you're asking us to
We
do.
are making assumptions based on the models that we put together. That's the model that was put together. It's conservative. right? It's not assuming that we're gonna get the every grant, it's assuming that we have to pay for it.
Should we make a motion that, we'll postpone this for 45 days? Everybody approve, say aye.
We already have enough votes.
Yeah, it will depend on the number of votes that we have.
Well, do you have to have?
You've had a pretty extraordinary turnout this evening. You would have to say that, you don't usually have a turnout like this,
No,
right?
I would agree.
So it's pretty extraordinary, given what people have found out, and they're pretty concerned. So I think that's cause enough for you guys to feel that a continuance should exist.
It needs to be put out and more avenues need to be looked at.
Did you hear, have you heard a single person say that they
He
were
is.
in a big favor of it?
He's one.
Okay. Okay, so two.
She gets paid by the board though.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's also
yeah.
Oh,
good,
okay,
good
well,
disclosure. That doesn't count.
Yeah, your vote doesn't
We've
count.
received two in the mail, not,
Two in favor?
two, maybe three, but two for sure.
Two, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just want to say one thing.
That's not,
I went to,
No, but that's,
I talked to people in 46 different houses. 43 of those people, 43 out of 46 people either signed a no ballot or had already written a no letter. Okay? I'm sorry, you guys have to take into account what people are thinking in this community and not just keep sticking this to us. You have to take a different route to getting the money to fixing the structure. Okay, you cannot keep sticking it to the people in this community. People cannot afford that kind of money. You're gonna have to look at alternatives.
Let's count the votes and see where we are.
Yeah, is there any more discussion or?
Well, I don't think the vote should even matter. I think the board already sees what the consensus is with the people. And to me, if you want to make the people happy, you should at least, I mean, what's 45 days to you guys? What is the 45 days worth? I mean, what's the big deal about it?
More votes.
No, but I'm saying, what's the big deal about it? Why not give the 45 days, get us more informed, so that way more of us are gonna end up agreeing with you. Yeah, you know what? They've looked at all their alternatives. This is what they've got to do. There's no other alternative. We need our water. Because I would turn around and say,